Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speak Now. I'm Emma.
And I'm David. Welcome to our podcast for English learners everywhere.
Today, we're talking about something we all do every single day, our morning routines. David, what's a morning routine?
Great question, Emma. A morning routine is the things you do every morning when you wake up. It's like a pattern, the same activities in the same order. For example, wake up, brush your teeth, have breakfast.
Exactly. And today, we'll explore different morning routines from around the world. We'll also teach you some useful vocabulary and phrases you can use to talk about your own morning routine.
Before we start, let's explain some key words. Emma, can you help us with routine?
Sure. A routine means doing the same things in the same order regularly, like every day or every week. It comes from the word route, like a path you follow.
Perfect. And explore means to discover or learn about something new, like an explorer who travels to find new places.
So today we're going to explore or discover different ways people start their day around the world.
Emma, let's start with you. What's your morning routine like?
Well, I usually wake up at 7 o'clock. The first thing I do is stretch in bed. Do you know what stretch means?
Yes, stretching is when you make your body longer, like when you put your arms up high or move your legs. It helps you wake up and feel better.
That's right. After stretching, I get out of bed and open the curtains to let in natural light. Then I drink a big glass of water.
That's interesting. Why do you drink water first?
My doctor told me it's healthy. When you sleep for 8 hours, your body gets dehydrated. That means it needs more water. So drinking water first thing helps your body wake up.
I learned something new. Dehydrated, that's when your body doesn't have enough water.
Exactly. What about you, David? What do you do first in the morning?
I have to be honest, I'm not a morning person. A morning person is someone who feels happy and energetic in the morning.
And if you're not a morning person?
Then you feel sleepy and maybe a little grumpy in the morning. Grumpy means not happy or a bit angry.
So how do you handle mornings?
I have a very simple routine. I wake up, I make coffee immediately, and I sit quietly for 10 minutes while I drink it. No talking, no phone, no news, just coffee and quiet.
That sounds peaceful. Peaceful means calm and quiet without stress.
It really helps me prepare for the day. After my quiet coffee time, I feel ready to shower and get dressed.
Now let's talk about morning routines in different countries. David, have you heard about morning routines in Japan?
Yes. In Japan, many people practice something called Rajyo Taiso. It's morning exercise that people do together in parks or even at work.
Can you explain Rajyo Taiso for our listeners?
Of course. Rajyo Taiso means radio exercises. Every morning at 6:30, there's a special exercise program on the radio. People gather in groups and do simple movements together, like stretching, bending, and moving their arms.
That sounds fun. So it's not just individual exercise, it's community exercise.
Exactly. Community means a group of people who live in the same area or share something together. These exercises help people start their day with energy and also connect with their neighbors.
What a wonderful way to build community. Now, I want to share something about morning routines in Scandinavia. David, do you know where Scandinavia is?
Yes, it's the area around the Mediterranean Sea, countries like Spain, Italy, Greece, and parts of North Africa.
Perfect. In many Mediterranean countries, breakfast is quite different from what we might expect.
How so?
Well, in Spain, for example, many people have a very light breakfast at home, maybe just coffee and a small pastry. Then around 10 or 11 in the morning, they have a second breakfast at work or in a cafe.
A second breakfast? That's interesting.
Yes, this second breakfast might be a sandwich or tostada, which is toasted bread with tomato, olive oil, and salt. It's more substantial than the first breakfast.
Substantial means bigger or more filling, right?
Exactly. And this fits their work schedule. Many businesses close for a few hours in the afternoon for a siesta, a rest time when it's very hot outside.
So they adjust their morning routine to fit their whole daily schedule.
That's right. It shows how our routines connect to our culture, climate, and work patterns.
Let's take a moment to review some vocabulary we've learned. Emma, can you help us explain adjust?
Adjust means to change something slightly to make it better or more suitable, like adjusting the temperature in your room or adjusting your schedule.
Good. And we mentioned climate. That's the typical weather in a place, isn't it?
Yes, climate is the long-term weather patterns. For example, tropical countries have a hot, wet climate. Northern countries have a cold climate.
We also said pattern earlier. A pattern is something that repeats in the same way, like the pattern of your morning routine. You do the same things in the same order.
Exactly. Now, let's continue with more examples from around the world.
Emma, I want to tell our listeners about morning routines in some Middle Eastern countries.
That sounds great. What can you share?
In many Middle Eastern cultures, the morning routine often includes special attention to personal cleanliness and spiritual practices.
Can you be more specific?
Sure. In Islamic tradition, many people perform wudu, which is a ritual washing before prayer. This involves washing hands, face, arms, and feet in a specific order.
So it's both about being clean and preparing spiritually for prayer.
Exactly. Spiritually means related to the soul or religious beliefs, not just the physical body.
And this happens every morning?
For practicing Muslims, yes. They pray 5 times a day, and the first prayer is very early in the morning, often before sunrise. So their morning routine includes this washing and prayer. What I find beautiful about this is that it combines taking care of your body and taking care of your spiritual life.
That's a lovely way to think about it. It reminds us that morning routines aren't just about getting ready for work. They can be about preparing your mind and spirit too.
Speaking of preparing your mind, Emma, why do you think morning routines are so important?
That's a great question. I think morning routines help us feel more organized and less stressed. When you have a routine, you don't have to make so many decisions in the morning.
What do you mean by that?
Well, if you always do the same things in the same order, you don't waste mental energy deciding what to do next. Your brain can focus on more important things.
Ah, I see. Like, I don't have to think about whether to make coffee or shower first. I already know I make coffee first.
Exactly. And routines can make us feel more confident, too. Confident means feeling sure about yourself and your abilities.
How do routines make us confident?
When you start your day by doing things successfully, even small things like making your bed or eating a healthy breakfast, you feel good about yourself. It's like winning small victories early in the day.
Victory means winning or succeeding at something, right?
Yes, and these small morning victories can make you feel more positive and ready to handle bigger challenges during the day.
Emma, let's give our listeners some practical advice. What if someone wants to create a better morning routine?
Great idea. First, I think it's important to start small. Don't try to change everything at once.
What do you mean by start small?
Choose just 1 or 2 simple changes. For example, maybe you want to drink more water in the morning. Just focus on that for a week or 2 before adding something else.
That makes sense. What other advice do you have?
Think about what you want to achieve. Do you want more energy? Do you want to feel less rushed? Do you want to be healthier? Your goal will help you decide what activities to include.
Achieve means to successfully do or complete something you wanted to do.
Right. And rushed means doing things too quickly because you don't have enough time.
Here's another tip. Prepare the night before when possible. For example, you can choose your clothes for the next day or prepare your breakfast.
That's excellent advice. It makes the morning easier and less stressful. Emma, what are some challenges people face with morning routines? Well, I think the biggest challenge is consistency. Consistency means doing the same thing regularly, not just sometimes.
Why is consistency difficult?
Because life changes. Maybe you stay up late one night, or you have an early meeting, or you're traveling. It's hard to do exactly the same routine every day.
So what's the solution?
I think flexibility is important. Flexibility means being able to adapt or change when necessary.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Maybe your normal routine is 30 minutes long, but today you only have 15 minutes. You can do a shorter version, the most important parts of your routine.
Like keeping the core activities but skipping the optional ones.
Exactly. The key is not to give up completely just because you can't do everything perfectly. David, here's something interesting. Many people adjust their morning routines based on the seasons.
How so?
Well, in winter, when it's dark and cold, you might need more time to wake up. Some people use special lamps that simulate sunlight.
Simulate means to copy or imitate something, right?
Yes. These lamps make artificial sunlight to help your body wake up when it's still dark outside.
And what about summer?
In summer, you might wake up earlier because the sun rises earlier. Or you might change your exercise routine. Maybe run outside instead of inside.
So our routines can be flexible with the natural changes in our environment.
Exactly. And this connects back to what we said about Mediterranean countries. Their routines fit their climate and culture.
Emma, I think it's important to mention that not everyone can have the same type of morning routine.
Absolutely. People have different work schedules, family responsibilities, and living situations.
For example,
Well, a parent with young children has a very different morning than a single person living alone. The parent might need to help kids get ready for school.
right, and someone who works night shifts might have their morning routine in the afternoon when they wake up.
Night shift means working during the night instead of during the day.
And some people live in small apartments where they can't do certain activities like loud exercises.
The important thing is to create a routine that works for your life, not to copy someone else's routine exactly.
Emma, let's talk about technology. How do phones and computers affect our morning routines?
This is a really important topic. Many people check their phones immediately when they wake up.
Is that good or bad?
Well, it can be problematic. Problematic means causing problems or difficulties.
What kind of problems?
When you check emails or social media first thing in the morning, you might see stressful news or work messages. This can make you feel anxious before your day even begins.
Anxious means worried or nervous about something.
Right. Some experts suggest keeping phones away from the bed and not checking them for the first hour after waking up.
What do they suggest doing instead?
Focus on physical activities first, like stretching, drinking water, or eating breakfast. Let your body and mind wake up naturally before connecting to the digital world.
Digital world means all the technology we use, phones, computers, internet.
Exactly. But I want to be balanced here. Technology isn't all bad. Some people use apps to help with their morning routine.
What kind of apps?
Maybe meditation apps, exercise apps, or even apps that gradually increase the light in your room to wake you up naturally.
Emma, let's ask our listeners to think about their own morning routines.
Good idea. Dear listeners, think about these questions. What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
How do you feel during your morning routine? Rushed? Peaceful? Energetic? Tired?
Is there one thing you'd like to change about your morning routine?
And here's a cultural question. How is your morning routine similar to or different from what we've discussed today?
We'd love to hear from you. You can practice your English by writing about your morning routine in the comments.
Or even better, try describing your morning routine out loud to practice speaking.
Before we finish, let's learn some useful phrases for talking about morning routines.
Great idea. Here's some phrases you can use. I usually wake up at.
The first thing I do is.
After that,
It takes me about minutes to.
I like to, or I prefer to.
My routine helps me feel.
Let's practice with these. Emma, can you give us an example?
Sure. I usually wake up at 7. The first thing I do is stretch in bed. After that, I drink a glass of water. It takes me about 45 minutes to get completely ready. My routine helps me feel calm and prepared for the day.
Perfect. Notice how Emma used simple past tense and present tense. For routines, we often use usually, always, sometimes, and never.
Right. These are called adverbs of frequency. They tell us how often we do something.
Well, Emma, I think we've covered a lot about morning routines today.
We certainly have. Let's quickly review what we learned.
We talked about different morning routines from around the world. Japan with group exercises, Scandinavia with cold exposure, Mediterranean countries with 2 breakfasts, and Middle Eastern spiritual practices.
We discussed why routines are important. They save mental energy and give us small victories to start the day.
We gave practical advice about starting small, being flexible, and adapting routines to seasons and personal circumstances.
And we talked about the role of technology in our morning routines.
Most importantly, we learned that there's no perfect morning routine. The best routine is the one that works for your life.
Remember, dear listeners, creating a good morning routine takes time. Be patient with yourself as you experiment and find what works best for you.
And don't forget to practice the vocabulary and phrases we learned today.
Before you go, here's your homework. Try one small change to your morning routine this week. Maybe drink a glass of water when you wake up, or spend 5 minutes stretching.
Thank you for listening to Speak Now. I'm David.
And I'm Emma. Keep practicing your English, and we'll see you next time.
Until next time, have a wonderful day.
Goodbye, everyone.